Hello there, very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here on Ideal World. Now tonight is not just Ideal World, we team up with Planet Cruise, and tonight you've got the opportunity to really plan an amazing holiday. Vacation is where the Americans like to use. Now I'm glad to tell you I've got lots of experience of cruising myself, 18 years at sea, but tonight we've got a gentleman that's been at sea more recently, in fact on some of the big Cunard ships, and tonight we will focus on one of the Cunard ships that Keith worked on. If you haven't met Keith before, let's meet him right now. Great to see you again.
I feel completely 18 years. I mean, we worked on some of the same companies. Well, Cunard, we both worked on Queen Mary 2. Yeah. You slightly before me, weren't you? You were there in 2003.
All right, rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. It's saying I'm older than him, isn't it? That's
no, absolutely not, absolutely not. Just that you knew a good thing quicker than me. That was
yeah. No, it's a great holiday, and the fact is you've got the opportunity now. Well, some of the deals you've got tonight. Do you just want to give us a little dabble?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, first of all, you're right. I mean, just so people know, when you watch the show, the great thing about Planet Cruise and about this show is the fact that we have worked on ships. We've all got a background in the industry, and we all love cruising. So you are getting the information, in a sense, from the horse's mouth. I worked for 12 years as a cruise director like yourself, so in charge of all the entertainment. It means that we've been to the ports that we're talking about and can give you a real first-hand information about the best things to do. Planet Cruise ourselves, we're the UK's largest independent cruise agency, Paul.
Yeah, and you've actually been named as #1 for many of these cruise lines.
Absolutely, yeah. Many of the walls, because we sell so many cruises for these lines. And the great thing, of course, as well, is the fact that because we're independent, we're not affiliated with any particular line, so we can give you the best independent advice. And we've got a 96% customer feedback rating, which speaks for itself, and plus your money's protected because it's ABTO and ATOL bonded.
If anyone's watching right now thinking, oh, I don't know about a cruise, can you just give us a little teaser of some of the cruises we've got lined up this evening?
Well, amazing. We've got a 14-night all-inclusive with Thompson, which is going to be going around the Eastern Mediterranean into Istanbul, one of my favourite places in the world. We've got a cruise for only a £50 deposit, if you're waiting to be paid at the end of the month. And we've also got a chance to go to Beijing and maybe visit those terracotta warriors.
Now, great news for you. If you're thinking, oh, I might be interested in this, sit and watch the show, but you've also got the opportunity to go to the website. And in fact, tonight what we've done, because it's a new and an improved website, if you've been to the website before, do go again, because you're going to find it's even easier to access. But during each cruise, we'll actually give you an ID number. Now, if you put the ID number into the search engine, you can see at the top right-hand corner there, we just put a little blue line across it. You'll actually put the ID number in there, and it will take you straight through to a page with everything you need to know about that particular cruise. Now, it's also worth mentioning that we're only going to cover the basics of the cruise, because Planet Cruise can actually bespoke any of these trips, can't
yeah, we specialise in what we call tailor-made. So we can make any of these cruises completely bespoke just for you. One of the big things we do there is by putting pre or post cruise stays. Nice. So a chance maybe to stay a few days extra in Beijing or Miami or Istanbul. So very, very special.
Well, let's get started. And if anyone's thinking, oh, I don't know, stay with us, because we have got something for everyone. Now, this first cruise line is going to be very, very famous with the Brits. It's Thompson Cruises aboard the Thompson Spirit.
At just over 33,000 tonnes, the Thompson Spirit is nearly always the smallest ship in port. I would often joke to our passengers that we were barely big enough to be a lifeboat for some of the bigger American ships. But you know what? Her personality, her atmosphere, and her fiercely loyal, ever-growing following makes her a true giant of the seas. With 5 different bars to choose from, you'll need to make some really tough decisions. From the alfresco ambience of the Lido Bar through to the calm tranquility of explorers, I spent many a happy evening enjoying the panoramic views of horizons. But my personal favourite is here, Raffles. It's the perfect location at the heart of the ship, and it means I can eat, drink and watch the show and get back to my cabin all in under 100 steps. Food, glorious food, from the more relaxed informality of a Lido buffet, thank you very much, through to the a la carte luxury of the Compass Rose. All the dining is open sitting and fits around you. For lunch, don't miss the barbecue at the Terrace Grill. And then, in the evening, book yourself in for a real treat in Scirocco's. Trust me, your stomach will thank you. The heart of the ship is the award-winning British entertainment programme. And from the cruise director through to a lighting technician, the entertainment team are visible, friendly, talented, and above all, they love their jobs. From award-winning UK comedians, game shows, cabarets, West End-style theatre shows, there's always something going on. And of course, Thompson's deck parties have a legendary status, with live bands, a full show team cabaret. Trust me, dancing under the stars will never ever be the same. There are 4 main grades of accommodation on board, all with 24-hour room service, 2 turndowns a day, and that legendary chocolate on your pillow. There'll be so much to do and see on a Thompson cruise, you may find an inside cabin is actually all you need. But for those who really want to know how the other half live, why don't you make a splash in your own jacuzzi with the presidential suite, which is only slightly smaller than my old cabin on board.
I was just saying to Keith how lucky he is. He gets flown out, goes around the ship, does a bit. He's got it made, hasn't he? Now, you've seen quite a bit about the ship itself. Let's take a moment to see where you're going on this particular trip.
Yeah, so great opportunity now. So you're going to be flying out from this particular trip from Bournemouth to Dalaman, but of course it is Thompson. They've got their own fleet of aeroplanes, so we can fly you from a local airport. Just get in touch and ask us, and we can give you the details. So remember, this is 14 weeks. It's all inclusive, and that first week is on board the Thompson Spirit. A relaxing day at sea to familiarise yourself with the ship. Remember, all the food's included, all the entertainment's included. It's an amazing experience cruising, such good value. And then you're coming into Istanbul. Now make sure you're out on deck before you arrive, because Istanbul itself is one of the greatest sailings in the world. It's the only city that's split by 2 different continents, and you've got the Bosphorus going straight through the centre of it. And literally, as you sail in there, you'll see the famous barracks where Florence Nightingale made her name as Lady of the Lamp. You also then get to see the Hagia Sophia, one of the greatest churches in Christendom for over 1,000 years, with these wonderful frescoes that you can witness when you go and see up close. You've got the amazing blue mosque, which is stunning, with all the beautiful blue tiles. You'll hear the call to prayer wafting over the airways. You get a chance maybe to see a flash of sequins with the belly dancers and go and haggle in the Grand Souk, and definitely try some of the seafood. It's an amazing place, and don't forget some Turkish delight. Okay, we're then going there. From there, going back through the Dardanelles, back past the Gallipoli Peninsula to Bozcaada in Turkey, a vineyard-rich island full of little family fish shops, and your chance to go over to the ancient city of Troy by ferry. Then from there, we're going through to Kusadasi, which is mainland Turkey. This is your chance, really. It's your gateway to Ephesus, probably the best preserved classical city in the world. Of course, the Virgin Mary and St Paul were some of the people. Alexander the Great were all residents here at some point, and you can explore this. Even if you're not a history buff, you'll be charmed by this place. The Library of Celsus with the marble pillars is magical. If not, and that's not your thing, go around and haggle and enjoy what I call the land of genuine fake. They'll be sending you Rolex watches. They're not Rolex, they're Bolex watches. Kusadasi is a great place to haggle for a bargain, but don't think anything is genuine product. But you can get some real bargains. And go and get a Turkish hammam, get massaged by those big muscly men. Okay, then you're going through to Athens, mainland Greece. Piraeus is the port. It's been that way since 4th BC. This is the birthplace of democracy. This is a stunning chance for you to go and see the Acropolis, which with the Parthenon sitting on the top there, sun-bleached by so many years in this beautiful hot part of the world. You can see the changing of the guard at Constitution Square as they high kick, wearing their skirts. You get a chance to go and do great shopping. You get a chance to see the foothills of the Acropolis with the wonderful homes of the Amalfi builders that were there, and of course to go and haggle again in the Monostrati street markets. Then we're going through to possibly my favourite of the Greek islands. This is Santorini.
Mine too.
Incredible, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a volcano.
It was a volcano that blew its top. Many people believe it was the site of the lost city of Atlantis.
Yeah.
And you're going to dock just outside Fira, and you get a chance to either take the cable car up, and you'll see as you head up there sugar cube houses with these wonderful blue dome churches that are typical Cycladic architecture of this island group. It's beautiful. You can hike from Fira along to Oya, which is haunted by vampires apparently. I've never seen one, but that's what they say. Have a fish supper in a mouldy bay, or relax on the black sand beaches of Kamini, or get a lovely hot spring mud bath. Really, really good for your skin. It's why I look so good even at the age of 72. Okay, then from Santorini we're going through back home. You're getting off, and it's a wonderful week. Again, all-inclusive.
That's
all your food, all your drinks.
879.
For 879, Paul.
For the cruise and a week.
And a week in Marmaris. And this is the beach capital
unbelievable.
of Turkey, would you believe? This is a great chance. You've got elegant palm-lined promenades. You've got some great history as well if you go through to Dalan and enjoy that. See the 4th century Tomb of the Kings. But really, this is your chance just to experience the best that Turkey has to offer with this beach haven. Lay on a beach, relax, top up the tan, go and get some great Turkish food, see the locals playing backgammon and drinking their strong Turkish coffee. Go and get a lovely sharp Turkish shave with a lemon onwards. It's a magical, magical place.
I'm going to make this a personal recommendation because I was lucky enough to cruise around that particular area for 2 years. Absolutely love it. In fact, that's one of the areas that I actually met my wife. And this is another reason I've got to share this with you. Well, I've got to fly to Turkey in about a week's time. It's absolutely true. I've got to fly there in a week's time. It was a short notice thing. I said, you've got to fly there and go with my wife. We've just got to go for 3 days, for the two of us to go for 3 days. 1,000 quid. That's £500 each for a flight and a few nights in a hotel. You're going for 2 weeks. It's a cruise. It's everything included. You then get a week on land in Turkey, and it's only 870. It's unbelievable.
Incredible. And the Thompson Spirit's such a great ship. I mean, I worked on the Thompson Spirit. You know, I was cruise director there, and it's such a great atmosphere, such great entertainment. It's a British atmosphere. And look at that, Paul. As you know, as we were talking about there, all different things. 7-night all-inclusive in this 4T Club Sun City resort. All tips and service charges included.
Yeah, your return flights, it's all included. Now, bear in mind, that is your cruise and your holiday, even your tips. If you've been on a cruise, you know that often tips are added at the end, and you find out it's all included. Your service charge, everything. It's so easy to call the team. They're going to be open to 11 o'clock tonight. 0800 840 1088 is the number. It's free to call. They're based in the UK. Chat to the team. They're all experts. And again, if you're looking and say, well, if I could do this, if I could do that, talk to the team and they can make it a bespoke trip for you. Of course, you can go to the website too, planetcruise.co.uk.
And this is the great thing again about Thompson. They've got their own fleet of planes, so we can fly you from your local airport.
Wow.
You know, a short trip from wherever you are. Just get in touch with the team, call that number, and they'll be happy to help and make it a smoother, easier holiday experience as possible. 2 weeks.
There is a phenomenal value for money. Incredible. We did tell you there's something for everyone there. So from £879, call this. I'm being told people are already on the phone. I am not surprised. Let's give you the ID number. So if you do want to look at more information on the website, it's 84026. 84026. Might be worth having a pen with us tonight, so you can write down these item numbers or ID numbers for the particular cruise. Then you can go to the website. But of course, you can talk to the team. Free to call them, free to chat, and they can answer all the questions you may have. Come on, we're going to move on to one of my favourite lines right now. Royal Caribbean. This is an absolute stunning ship.
Yeah, it really is. We're going to see some great video footage now of Royal Caribbean. As you know them very well, Paul, an American cruise brand, one of the two big giants of the cruise industry, where it really is, the ship itself is a destination. There's so much to do. These ships feature ice rinks with full ice shows, great selections of different food, you know, from eating classy Italian food in Portofino's, going through to kind of relaxing, getting kind of anytime pizza. You can go, you can get married on these ships now. They have wedding chapels on board that you can go and enjoy. There's a wonderful chance for you maybe to go rock climbing or go roller skating around the top. You're going to, again, be sailing into some amazing destinations. The service on board cruise ships, bearing in mind that most people are used to service, which isn't particularly good, sadly, in the UK or in a lot of hotels, you're going to be blown away if you've never cruised before, because when you go on a cruise ship, people smile at you. People actually want to serve you. People actually want to make your holiday as good as it can be. And Royal Caribbean have been in business for a long time. One of the big things that they really offer is excellent entertainment. Great variety of different entertainment. And very often in the big atriums, they'll have aerial acrobatic displays, you know, people coming down on silks.
Oh, these guys,
spontaneous performances all over the place.
They're cutting edge. They really are leaders. They come up with new ideas, new ideas, new ideas. They've even got ships that have got ice rinks on. It is unbelievable. Now, don't forget that Planet Cruise have become the #1 provider for many of these cruise lines, top agent for many of the cruise lines, and this is one of them. Now, let's find out where we go on this beautiful, beautiful ship. One of the great things about it is it's out of Southampton.
It is, so no worries on luggage. You can take as many shoes, handbags, packs of makeup as you prefer, curlers, you name it, you can get it in. OK, but the first port of call is going to be Zeebrugge, and this is your chance to go through to either Brussels, the capital there, with NATO on your front doorstep, maybe to go through to the fields of Flanders and Ypres, or to go through to, of course, Bruges itself, that wonderful age-old city where just wandering around Bruges itself is amazing. You've got the beautiful canals that you can sail down, you can go and see the amazing museums, like there's a whole museum dedicated to the invention of the chip, which the Belgium are claiming. It's really good. The Fritz Museum, I recommend it.
They put mayonnaise on their chips.
They do, I love that though. Oof. And also Choco Story, which is all about chocolate's origins and productions. And of course, Belgian chocolate, as we all know, is fantastic. Yeah. And loads of craft beers. Oh, bit of chocolate, bit of beer, bit of a Fritz, dip it in. Off you go. It's a great place. OK, relaxing day at sea before you then go through to Oslo. Wow. Again, the arrival as you sail down Oslo Fjord is absolutely stunning and second to none. Oslo itself, where you're going to dock, is by Akershus Castle, a beautiful 14th century castle with great views down Oslo Fjord and over the whole of Oslo. You can get around the city very well with the water taxis and explore it, and it's also a city with cutting-edge museums. I recommend going out to the Village and Sculpture Park. Really, really beautiful big sculpture park, lots of places to walk around with the family or just a romantic walk with the two. And then you can head to things like the Viking Ship Museum, see 3 of the oldest most complete Viking ships in the world, or the Nobel Peace Prize Museum. And of course, you know, it's Oslo, it's Scandinavia, the people are friendly, they've got those kind of freckly blonde appearance, everyone's beautiful. It's a great place to go and enjoy. Okay, we're then going from Oslo, from those forest-clad slopes and island-studded fjords, through to a relaxing day at sea before you then go through to Rotterdam. Rotterdam is your chance to go through to Amsterdam, and that is an incredible opportunity for you, because with Amsterdam now you're going to get a chance for, you know, what you think about the wooden clogs, you think about the tulips, you think about Anne Frank's house, you think about the canal cruising. It's an amazing chance for you to maybe hire a bike, a push bike from Matt Bike, and to cycle around some of the beautiful parks like Worcester Park and Vlondale Park. It's also your chance to do a canal cruise. I recommend going to Boomtown, Chicago there, and getting on one of the little bespoke cruises that takes you around, and that's featured in the Leadish Plain. And of course Anne Frank's house is always a big pull as well. It's a beautiful romantic city, and if you head out to the suburbs, windmills galore and those beautiful tulips. Okay, we're then going through to Cherbourg, even, if I was going to say it right. This is your chance to go through with the D-Day beaches, and also to go through to Mont Saint-Michel. This is it here, the incredible city, which kind of is completely surrounded by water, and beautiful, beautiful coastline to enjoy it there in Cherbourg. Okay, from here, we're going through to Le Havre. Now, Le Havre is your port for Paris. Okay. Paris, we've all got our own views of Paris. It's a romantic city. You've got amazing things like the Eiffel Tower to go and see. You can go see the artwork in the Louvre. Absolutely beautiful food as well. And of course, it's a great chance to go out and show our support for that city, which of course has gone through so much hardship recently. It's a beautiful city, a very romantic city, and I recommend a cruise down the River Seine as well. You've got so many bridges that cross it with these wonderful lamps. Very beautiful. Okay, we're then heading back to Southampton. And then, sadly, you'll have to go home and then book another cruise with Planet Cruise, because you'll be addicted. You
could afford to at the price like this. This is from £599. Now, there is a bundle. You can, for £149, you can get your booze included. Is that right?
You really can. And your tips. Yes, you can make this all-inclusive for coming in at, what, £749. This then becomes an all-inclusive 8-night cruise. You know, absolutely brilliant. And that's a phenomenal deal. That works out £75 per person. If you are coming, let's say, from the north part of the country, and maybe you want to go down the night before, then Planet Cruise can even organise something with you at the Marriott in Southampton. That's right. We've got a special ongoing half-price deal with the Meon Valley Marriott, and we pass that discount on to you. The great thing about it, Paul, your holiday starts a day early. They give you a chauffeur transfer from the port to the ship and back. Your parking, therefore, is included, so you don't have to worry about your car parking. You get breakfast. It's an amazing addition and a brilliant thing to do to take the stress out of arriving at the ship and coming back from the ship. I'm being told people are on the phone for that already. I'm not surprised. By the way, if you are going for that one, let me give you the ID number, 77559. Get a pen or a paper and write these down. We'll share them with you before the end of the show. You can see them on the bottom left-hand side on the blue bar, 77559. And bear in mind, you can get this trip for just a deposit of £50 each today. Incredible, that, isn't it? Phenomenal. Really, really good. Phenomenal. Now, if you'd like to stay in touch with Planet Cruise, it's really easy to do that. Of course, you've got the choice of going to the web. If you call the team, and again, the number's right there at the bottom of the screen, free to call, 0800 840 1088. The least you want to do is ask for the brochure. Get them to send that to you, okay? And of course, you can go to the website. It's new, it's improved, it's a phenomenal way to actually see your holiday. And of course, there's much, much more available to you than the 6 trips we got tonight. Absolutely. We can only show you a small sprinkling of what's on offer. We've got hundreds of cruises with all the different cruise ships from, you know, all the different companies, which is great. And you can get in touch with us also on via Twitter, you know, at Planet Cruise, at Beef Keefy, or go onto Facebook, or the other great thing, YouTube. We've got loads of great stuff on YouTube, great videos, great information. Get in touch. If you're thinking of a holiday, it's nice to see it, and a video is a great way to do that. Now, I've got a little space in my heart for this next cruise line, because it's the cruise line that I proposed to my wife on. This is Princess Cruises. Okay, so again, another wonderful American cruise line, and I've got a little flutter at the thought of that. You know, as a single man, there's kind of my heart's going out to you there, Paul. I think there's a video on YouTube somewhere of me actually doing it. Yeah, you actually doing it. Fantastic. The proposal, yeah, and it's a fantastic thing on Princess Cruises, because they do have those wedding chapels on board, so you can make it a romantic thing. You can get married on board. You could propose. I've myself, you must have done. I've been there as a cruise director in the middle of a show, and someone said, "Keith, I want to propose," and they come up on stage. stage.
Yeah.
And that's because cruising is romantic, it's social, you make friends. It's such a great environment that you do want to make it even more special by sharing it with special occasions like birthdays, anniversaries, wedding proposals and more.
Yeah, but Princess are phenomenal. It's a home away from home. I think you'll fall in love with a cruise line, and many people go back time and time again. But this really isn't just about the ship. This is the holiday of a lifetime, because you're going out to the Far East. Tell us about the itinerary.
Yeah, okay, so you're flying out to Beijing. Wow, okay, what a great start here. You've got a 3-night stay in a 4-star hotel. That's all included in the price you're seeing on the screen at 1499. That's what's such good value. Beijing, one of those places you simply got to see before you die. It's China's capital. It's an Aladdin cave of travel treasure, and you need those days to explore it. You can walk the ancient wall of China, which stretches for 4,000 miles. And in fact, we're giving you, included in this, a tour, giving you a chance to go and walk the wall of China. Not all 4,000 miles, you'll be glad to know, but just a small part of it, and see those amazing views, once guarded by more than 1 million soldiers. You also get a chance, another tour, taking you to the Forbidden City and the Temples of Heaven and the Summer Palace. And again, this is all included.
Wow.
You know, and when you go through into the Forbidden City, you've got these 25-foot walls, and as you go through inside the palaces, the pavilions, the courtyards that were once guarded and were part of the Dragon Throne. Wow. And of course, a chance to go to Tiananmen Square. 90 football pitches wide, 300,000 people.
90 football pitches wide.
Incredible. Or try some Peking duck. Why not? Okay. Then you've got a relaxing day at sea, because you've got on board the ship. You've got 14 nights cruising on board the Sapphire Princess, getting to know the ship, enjoying all that great food and entertainment before we then go to Incheon, which is the port for Seoul. This is the world's 10th largest city. It's a great mixture of the past and the present, with these soaring skyscrapers and these ancient palaces and gardens and shrines. There's lots to do here. I would say definitely try the Great South Market. Go and do some bartering there. It's a fab place to go. You've got the Gyeongbuk Palace as well, which is full of exotic winged roof buildings and spacious courtyards. Yeah. Really great. And I also recommend, you're going to think this is strange, the demilitarised zone. And what's known as the third infiltration tunnel. It really brings into perspective some of what parts of the world that this faces. But there's a really fascinating tour you can do going down the demilitarised zone. Wow. Between North and South Korea, and I would recommend that to you as well. Relaxing day at sea before you then go through to Osaka. Incredible here, dating back to the 5th and 6th centuries, and a great chance for you to catch maybe a glimpse of a geisha fluttering down the stone-paved streets amongst these Buddhist temples. Relaxing day at sea before we then go through to Shanghai in China. This is another one of the big hitters, translated pretty much to the city on the sea, home to more than 23 million people. You'll see them practicing Tai Chi in the shade of the Jade Buddha. And also the real highlight here is the 16th century Yunnan Garden, which is right in the centre of the old city, and lots of shady paths leading past pools bright with orange koi carp. I would also say queue up here, try some of the local dim sum.
Well, I'm just thinking it's 19 nights. I think it's amazing that you've been able to squeeze so much information in such a short amount of time there.
Well, there's so much to say, and I'm missing out so much as well, Paul, because there's just so much to see. So, incredible place, of course, Shanghai, China. It really, really is beautiful. We're going to move on now, though, sadly. Again, get in touch if you want more information. I'll be happy to share it with you. And then we're going to a Japanese island of Okinawa. It's the birthplace of karate. Wax on, wax off. And, you know, this is great. You've got these little Asian-style markets. You've got the great pottery district, but above all, miles of beaches, miles of blue ocean, and some great diving. Then you're going through to Taiwan, to Taipei. This is your chance to go through to Taipei, to Taiwan's capital on the East China Sea, admire the views from the world's second tallest building, Taipei 101. Before we then go to Kaohsiung in Taiwan, so your second Taiwanese port. This is the southern part of Taiwan, and it's a great chance again for beautiful, beautiful seascapes, a very warm climate, lots of great sun, and fresh Chinese tea offered to you as you head around this beautiful pedestrian walkable city. So there we go. Some pictures there of the first one we were talking about there, Taipei in Taiwan, but we also talked there about Kaohsiung in Taiwan. Relaxing day at sea before we're going then back to Hong Kong. Okay, now the thing about this, obviously, you've come all that way to Hong Kong. The great thing to do here would be to do what we do best,
stay a little bit,
and give you a couple of days here in Hong Kong and stay a bit longer, Paul, which we can do for you. Just 2-night stay for 149.
Well, I'm just looking at that price, 1499. Bear in mind, this is 19 nights. You're looking at £79 per person per night. Think of the sort of hotels you're going to stay in the UK for £79 a night. And of course, this is a cruise. this is your entertainment, this is your food. It's a phenomenal opportunity.
And it's an exclusive price of Planet Cruise. You're not going to find this anywhere else. And we do have a price guarantee. Same cruise on the same day for the same price. We'll always match it. But this is exclusive to Planet Cruise. And we can also give you a 5-night Terracotta Warrior Tour for $949. It's extra, but that gives you an extra 5 nights to really explore the Terracotta Warriors in that part of China.
Yeah, it's all about making the cruise bespoke, and that really is the beauty of it. Now, don't forget that this is a special price reduction that is exclusive to Planet Cruise. It does include your return flights from London Gatwick. You've got overseas transfers included too. 2 tours are included, and these are the big ones. We're talking the Forbidden City with the Great Wall of China, and of course if you wanted to, you can add on 2 nights. You don't have to, but you've got the opportunity, and at such a low price, why wouldn't you consider it? And of course you could add on 5 nights, and this is just affirmations of the fact that these really are bespoke holidays. Planet Cruise, just happy to talk to you. 0800 840 1088 is your item number. Of course, you can go to planetcruise.co.uk. If you're going to go to the website, why not consider using that ID number, 87216, and that'll take you straight through to that page. Of course, you could even share that number with the people on the phone, and they'll know exactly which cruise you're talking about as well. But $79.99 per person per night.
Amazing. Do you know the big thing about cruising to this part of the world is the safety it gives you? Because the fact you're coming back every night to a cruise ship, it's a safe, westernised environment, but you're going out to explore these cultures which are so different.
Yeah.
It's a really safe way for people to go and enjoy.
I think you just feel
parts of the world.
comfortable, don't you? You almost come in home and you see your waiter and you chat to him and like he's a good friend and or her, and you're sharing about the day you had and what you've seen. It is an amazing opportunity. Yeah, I've actually stayed in touch with the waiter from our very first cruise ship, which must have been in 1982, somewhere around there. Stayed in touch all these years. It is an amazing opportunity. Now, there's another show coming up on Friday. This is going to be at 11 o'clock in the morning. You don't want to miss out on these. Now, the great thing about buying your cruise as well from Planet Cruise is it's quality assured. What do we mean by that?
Well, basically, it means your money is safe. We're ATOL and ATOL bonded, so again, whatever you do, you know that we're going to look after you, and we only use quality hand-picked hotels in central locations, and again, it's flights with world-renowned airlines and all overseas transfers included.
And these are all the things that we want to hear, aren't they? When we're booking a holiday, when we're talking to our travel agent, we want to know all of these things. And that's exactly what Planet Cruise do for you. Now, we're going to talk to somebody from the team. His name's George. George, I don't know if you can hear us yet.
Hi guys, how are you? You okay?
Hey,
yeah,
George.
Great. I heard it's already busy.
Oh, it's just gone mad, especially with that the cruise we've just been talking about there down to China and everywhere. It's just lit up here. The phones are going mad at the moment.
Well, I think for many people it's going to be the cruise of a lifetime.
Exactly, yeah, and the prices are really, really good on that. Also got some exciting news as well. We've got some exciting news coming in from Regent. Their brand new ship, the Seven Seas Explorer. They do say it's the most luxurious ship ever built. Is now on sale to past passengers for the maiden voyage for 2016.
You've already got tickets for the maiden voyage?
Maiden voyage 2016. They do say it is the most luxurious ship ever built, and we've just been looking at the pictures, and I think I'd like a few days on there myself. And the other thing as well, which is really, really good, we also have the Choices campaign at the moment with the Azamara, which is going to end very, very soon. Some amazing sailings, including free flights from London, Manchester and Edinburgh, included in the package. One of the ones they're really talking about at the moment is a 16-night sailing from Barcelona to Miami with stops in the Caribbean. It departs November 2017, and it's only £1399, £250 deposit to pay now. Brilliant. So you've got plenty of time to save up for the balance.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And again, it's worth saying to everyone that's watching right now that if they call the team, it doesn't have to be about these 6 particular cruises, does it? They can talk to you about any of the cruises that they would like.
Anything we've got. The best thing to do is, as I said, have a look on the website. Prices are on there. The team are sitting here. We are primed and ready to go and get them booked on those cruises, and we'll get you the best prices as well.
And am I right in thinking you guys are going to be working until 11 o'clock tonight?
Yes, thank you for that. Yes, we'll be here till 11 o'clock, and we are ready to book.
I think you just blame me for that.
Thanks very much. Yeah, it's a long night, but no, we're ready. The team are here, so just phone in. We'll get you the best prices, and we'll get you booked on your cruise.
Brilliant.
Great.
Cheers, guys.
Take care.
Send our best to Glenn as well, yeah?
We'll do. No problem.
That was George Wallace, who's part of the Planet Cruise team. Yeah. Come on, let's move on to our next cruise. We've got 3 more to share with you, and some of you might be waiting to see all of them before you start making up your mind. This next one is a classic British line. It's P&O on the new Britannia.
Absolutely. Ship's still being built. Very, very exciting. I'm going to be there at the launch in a couple of months' time on behalf of Planet Cruise, so we'll get some great footage for you and show you. But this is going to be an incredible ship. It's going to be the largest purpose-built cruise ship for the British market. P&O have been around for 175 years. They know what they're doing. In fact, the whole of the interior of the ship is being designed by Richmond, who've done a lot of the iconic hotels like the Mandarin Oriental in London. And it's going to be absolutely stunning. It's going to have a TV studio on board, so you can go and see live game shows and a live TV show and be a live audience. Wow. You're going to have this beautiful interior where literally walking around every corner you're going to have these crystal chandeliers and huge open spaces with these wonderful pieces that have been designed specially. You've got the crystal room on board dedicated to all types of dance. As always with P&O, loads of great food heroes, they're calling them, from the UK food industry, like Marco Pierre White, going to have their restaurants on board. Even people like Eric Lanlad is going to have his own patisserie on there, and Ollie Smith there for the wine. It's going to be a great opportunity for you to try the best in British cuisine, and of course the Asian spices coming there from Atoll culture. Big names, and they're all part of what P&O are going to be offering you. Great chance as well for a fantastic huge spa, deck retreat, adult-only area, 4 huge swimming pools, the Limelight Club for great comedy, and a huge big-up theatre with a huge LED screen, so the shows are going to be first-rate. It's going to be a magical experience, and again, it's coming out in a couple of months later this year. Wow, is what we're going to say. So that's what
I think it's worth, to anyone that's never been on a cruise, it's really worth bearing in mind that the cruise ships today are part of the destination themselves. Don't just think of it as a hotel at sea. It's way more than that. I remember when the Queen Mary 2 came out, she had a planetarium on board. No one had ever done that. And since then, people have just been pushing the boundaries, and cruise ships are absolutely amazing today. Come on, let's talk about the itinerary of the Britannia, because it's a maiden trip to Norway and the fjords.
Yeah, it is. And of course, if you're going to go to Norway, if you want to see the fjords, there is no finer way than doing it than by a cruise ship. It really is. It's your chance to get into the nooks and crannies, to sail down these magical water-filled areas. And you know what? There is no image, there's nothing I can say, there's nothing you can say, Paul, there's nothing anyone can say, no photos that your friends can show you that will compare to actually doing it in person. I've spent, I'm sure, same as you, 2 or 3 months sailing around this part of the world. There is always something to see. You won't want to go to sleep. You won't ever want to be off the deck. In fact, that's why it's a good idea always to get a balcony, or at least a room with a view, so that you can always see the fjords that you're sailing through. And you're going to see little tiny villages on the side there. They're almost like model villages, because the size of these huge waterfalls crashing into the water. So much wildlife with the whales and the seabirds. There's always something to see. And literally, at every single moment, you could capture memory that will last forever. Loads of great tours where you're going out in these high-powered skips. Skips is the word there. And of course, these cities that you're going to get a chance to go and see, these small towns, all have chances to go out and see amazing things like the Pulpit Rock, the Kajag Boulder, which are great photo opportunities and moments you'll remember for the rest of your life.
If you fancied getting somewhere like Alaska and you think I'll never be able to afford that because it's so far away, then consider the fjords. It's like the Alaska of Europe.
It really is. So Southampton, relaxing day at sea, get familiar with that brand new ship, so much to see and do. You're then hitting Bergen. It's a great place there with the old Hanseatic Wharf that you can explore. Walk up Mount Florian, take the cable car up, and then walk back down and enjoy the huge fish market and one of the great churches, a Fanstoff Staff Church of Bergen and of Norway. Then we're going through to Olden, a great peaceful village sitting on the edge of the colossal Jostedal Glacier. It's Europe's largest ice floe, covering 188 miles. It's over 1 million years old and a great place to explore. Again, seeing all those mountains in the background for you. Then from Olden we're going through to Flom, the little place between steep mountains. And this is incredible because it's got one of the world's steepest railways that hugs, that literally hugs the mountains and goes through these cliff edge tunnels and sharp bends. You can adventure into the White Caves of Gudvangen, or you can go and see the goats of Unrodal. Trust me, it's fun. Then you can go through to Stavanger. Stavanger is a great chance to get all your Norwegian souvenirs, or your woolly jumpers and your little trolls. It's also a great chance to see the 11 kilometres of jar beaches, to go out here to what's called the Troll's Tongue and get that photo and sail down the Lewis Fjord, as it's called. Maybe to head out and see the artists hard at work in their studios, and that's Pulpit Pulpit Rock. That's where I'm going to be taking my dad in a couple of months' time. He's a preacher, so he'll love the Pulpit Rock. And again, one of the world's oldest, one of Norway's oldest church, the Domkirk, which again is in Stavanger. It's an incredible. I can only give you a flavour. I never feel like I'm doing it justice, but trust me, the best way to see Norway is from a deck of a ship, and do it on Britannia. It will be something you'll remember forever.
And of course, it is very, very affordable. From £619, it's a great, great deal. Now, if you actually book before the 31st of January, then you can double your on-board spend. That means we're giving you money to spend on board for free as an inclusive, but we'll double it if you book that. So maybe call the team and get your hands on that one tonight. You can sail on the 25th of April, be the first on the Britannia's maiden voyages to the fjords. Deposit only, so £50. Imagine that. £50 you could put down tonight. It's a brilliant opportunity for you.
And by maiden voyage, we mean it's the first time that the Britannia's going out to the fjords, and that means it'll be such a great party atmosphere on board. It was so special as it leaves Southampton. You know, they've got a music playing, everyone waving, their Union Jacks waving in the air. This will be a classic British experience, something you won't want to miss.
And one other thing you might want to do, this is what I always did when we went there, sit on the balcony with a hot chocolate, a little dabble of brandy in it. Oh, it's lovely, it's lovely. From £619, you can see the prices there, you can see the dates, but of course 25th of April is your maiden voyages. You've also got the opportunity 16th of May, 18th of July and the 29th of August. Again, ID number is important because that will get you straight through to this particular trip. 77712.
And I think those July and August dates are in the school holidays as well.
That's right,
which is fantastic. So great opportunity there, people to.
If you think, oh, I can never take the kids, yes, you can.
Teachers,
yes,
you can go as well. We want you coming on board.
Let's move on to our next trip. This is another classic cruise line. You may have heard the letters NCL. It's the Norwegian Cruise Line, but this is the Norwegian Escape.
It is. It's still being built, like the Britannia, and it's not being launched for a while.
But that just shows you that the cruising industry is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, becoming more popular all the time.
It really is. And we've got a brand new piece of footage here which is going to tell us all about it.
Let's see it.
Okay, so some great images there of this brand new ship, and you really get an idea of some of the wonderful things. Tobacco Road is this amazing bar that's just literally closed over in Miami, that's been a legendary bar in Miami for so many years, and they're opening that on board. It's the first time.
It's amazing.
So you're going to have some amazing cocktails on there, and you've already seen the kind of boardwalk area, a lot of open air, fresco, places to eat, the world's largest water park on board.
Well, one of the great things about this particular cruise is you've got plenty of time at sea, so you're really going to enjoy the ship.
You know, this is the best kept secret in cruising, and anyone that regularly cruises will tell you the best way to get the best value is to go for a transatlantic or a repositional.
Yeah,
you know, and because you get to really enjoy the ship, and when this, with being a maiden cruise, would have been the first time people are on board this ship, the excitement of enjoying everything this ship has to offer is simply second to none. So this is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity.
There's a couple of things to bear in mind. You are getting a balcony, and this price is exclusive to Planet Cruise, but I believe the deal ends on Friday.
It is. You need to get in on Friday, yeah, to get this deal. So really do. I mean, obviously we can sell you the cruise beyond that, but to get this particular deal, get in touch with us by Friday because it's exclusive. And this is for a balcony as well. Remember that. So you get your own balcony. You can sit out there with a cocktail and enjoy it. You've got loads of amazing things. What I love about the fact that NCL have done on this ship now is that they've actually introduced childcare services for children as young as 6 months.
Brilliant.
So you know, if you're
Love
out there with a family, and you've got a young family, you want to go somewhere where you're going to get a chance to have a holiday as well as your child having a holiday, then consider NCL, consider this particular cruise, because it's a great opportunity for them to be looked after while you go and have a meal, while you go to the cinema, while you go out, get some sun. You know, there's so many different things. Go to the spa, get a treatment. There's loads of different things. One of the best restaurants on here is Bayamo, by Jose Garces, who's a Cuban chef, does a lot of wonderful funky stuff with seafood, and he's opening for the first time ever opening his new restaurant on board as well, and 2 Tony Award-winning musicals on board just as part of the entertainment. You know, it's absolutely
I think
stunning.
it's also worth adding, you know, there's lots and lots and lots to do on the ship.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do any of it.
Absolutely.
So you make the cruise what you want it to be. I know a lot of people say to me, oh, I don't know about a cruise because, you know, you have to do this, you have to... No. You don't have to do anything. But if you're thinking, I want to do something, then there's loads to do.
There is, and you know, you can eat at different restaurants every single day. You know, Norwegian are brilliant for having so many different restaurants. Whether you want to go for Brazilian, Italian, go for pizza, you know, go for that seafood. So every day is different, and every day you'll be exploring a different part of the ship.
Yeah, and if you're thinking, I just want to chill out, I just want to relax, I need to get away from everything, then take a book or take a tablet, and you will find a little place to hide away, somewhere maybe out in the sun, or maybe somewhere inside even, and you can just relax and read. So it's a wonderful way to unwind.
Absolutely.
Of course, we end up in Miami.
We do, and we got all the way out to Miami. It would be a shame to fly back. So if you want to, again, part of what we do, tailor-made, bespoke with Planet Cruise, is give you an opportunity, if you'd like, to stay a little bit longer, and I'd thoroughly recommend that. 3-night Miami beach stay for just £199 to go and see the muscle men on the South Beach, see the Art Deco, you know, go out and try some of those Cuban cocktail bars, go scuba diving, go swimming, go out to the Florida Everglades. You know, go down Key Biscayne up Millionaires Row and see the houses of people like Matt Damon and Gloria Estefan. There is so much to do if you don't just want to lay on the beach. And this is it, the River of Grass, the Florida Everglades. I always think of Gentle Ben whenever I see this. But go out and see those gators and have an amazing time. So that's just 3 nights for £199.
Yeah. And of course, the beauty of it is Planet Cruise will extend. If you don't want to stay for a week in Miami, you can do that too. Just talk to the team and they'll organise it.
I couldn't resist kissing them. Okay.
That works out at just £82 per person per night. Let's tell you what's included in that, because when you hear the price that low, you think, really? Absolutely. It's exclusive to Planet Cruise. Again, this deal ends on Friday, and they'll even include £50 of onboard spend. You got free upgrade from the inside to the balcony, so you are getting the balcony. There you go, $50 of onboard spend per stateroom, and that means you must book by the 23rd, which is on Friday. Return flights to London Heathrow, plus all your overseas transfers, and it's the maiden voyage. Not just the maiden voyage for this, but the absolute first cruise of this ship. It's so exciting. I remember being on the Queen Mary 2. It's exciting times. You can expect parties. You can expect a big celebration as you're pulling out of the ports, and of course pulling into the ports as well. They really make a big deal out of maiden voyages these days, and of course you can add on the 3 days as well. Let's give you the ID number for that. Again, you might want to write this down. We'll go through all of them before the end of the show, but this one is 81548. It's on the bottom left there on that blue bar. It's a brilliant opportunity. Now, we've got one more cruise to go, and it's going to visit one of my favourite places on the entire planet. I absolutely love Singapore, and actually we're both lucky enough to work for Cunard.
We were indeed, and it's an amazing 5-star company.
Have you been on this ship?
I have. I was the entertainment director on this ship.
So you are younger
It's an inaugural season and a fantastic ship, yeah.
Let's take an opportunity to see Singapore, because I really do love it.
Yeah, it is an incredible place, and you've got 2 nights here in a 5-star hotel. That's included in the cost of what you're seeing up there at 1799. The commercial centre of Southeast Asia. It's a wonderful mix of modern high-rise buildings, Chinese shop houses with red tiled roofs, Victorian buildings, Buddhist temples, and Arab bazaars. You can relax on the beaches of Sentosa Island. You can go shopping for amazing duty-free and designer wear. Go out and enjoy the mixture of Chinese, Indian and Malay cuisine in one of the world's great eating capitals. Go and enjoy the night safari at the zoo, which has been voted the best tour for the last 7 years. Go here, but you're on Bird Park, the world's largest walk-in aviary.
Look at that
or that
hotel.
Marina Bay Sands. It's my favourite hotel.
That wasn't there when I went.
Well, it took, you know, it took 4 months to raise that up and put it on the top, and you can sit in the top there, looking out across the whole of Singapore with a cocktail in your hand in their beach, like you're in the Caribbean beach. And look, you can see it again there. It's an incredible experience. I'm like you. I love Singapore.
Orchard Road. You just spend hours and hours and hours. It's wonderful.
It is.
If you've never been, really do consider it. And of course, there's a great cruise line as well.
It is. I know. So you just had all that. Now you're getting on board the Queen Elizabeth with Cunard, 5-star white glove and white star service. And here we go.
Yeah, let's have a look at the video.
She's the third Cunard ship to bear her name, and bigger and more beautiful than any of her predecessors. The Queen Elizabeth was launched by Her Majesty the Queen in 2010 and continues to win thousands of fans for her understated elegance, spacious luxury and excellent service. Serving over 20,000 meals each day, Queen Elizabeth's talented culinary team of over 100 chefs cater to all tastes and dietary requirements. Fresh and exquisitely seasoned dishes are served in all of the 6 dining locations. So whether it's a meal with friends in the Britannia or a freshly baked pizza in the Lido, your taste buds are going to enjoy the holiday as much as you do. Kickstart your day with some relaxing yoga in the gym, followed by a visit to the Royal Spa for a quick dip and a spot of pampering. There's literally hundreds of treatments to choose from. After a spot of afternoon tea, maybe you'll take a stroll around the Royal Arcade full of stylish souvenirs and big designer names at low prices. Or you could pop up on deck for a game of croquet in the sunshine. There's 7 different bars to choose from, all featuring live music. So whatever your mood or tipple, you're going to find the perfect home away from home. Cocktail fans will flock to the panoramic views of the Commodore Club. And for those who want to dance the night away, there's even the wonderful disco. But for me, it's all about quenching your thirst for a freshly pulled pint here in the legendary Golden Lion pub. It may be night time that most sets the Queen Elizabeth experience apart from other ships. You can enjoy a magical night in the Royal Court Theatre, where comedians, stars of the West End and fabulous shows can be viewed from the privacy of your own theatre box. Then why not turn back the time and attend a dazzling themed ball in the Queen's Room, with a live band, gentlemen dance hosts and stunning performances from the ballroom instructors. Whether you want a sumptuous suite or a room with a view, this ship offers it all. There are 7 grades of accommodation to choose from, and all of it is spacious, bright and stylish, including these brand new single staterooms with massive windows and even bigger TVs. But whatever you choose, every stateroom is full of little touches designed to make you feel instantly at home. The personal steward will keep everything clean and tidy, the CD Cunard mattress will keep you sleeping like a baby, and the free 24-hour room service will keep you wishing you had more willpower.
Doesn't that look fun? Do you see what I mean? He's got the best job. I get to stay here. You get to fly all over
And those
the place.
robes are so comfy. They're honestly so comfy. They're really nice. You get slippers as well, and they're all embossed with Cunard. And
That's all 5-star.
it's all 5-star. It's
Brilliant.
fantastic. And
You're
the
gonna
food's
love
5-star.
it.
Room service included with Cunard as well.
Do you think we've got time to whiz through the itinerary?
I think we'll try to do our best, shall we?
Here.
I know. Here we go. OK, so you're on board for 10 nights cruising on that amazing ship. First chance to go into is Port Klang. This is for Kuala Lumpur. Steel and glass towers stand side by side with these graceful colonial buildings and great temples. It's the commercial, financial and economic cultural heart of Malaysia, the land of smiles. It's an ethnic melting pot, and it's one of the world's great eating capitals. Go and eat some street food. Right, got a few relaxing days at sea then, again, to enjoy that ship. There's so much to see and do. Wear that robe and don't get out of bed even if that's what you want to do. It's your chance to enjoy yourself. And then we're coming into Mumbai. Wow, Mumbai, one of the most magical places in the world. We maybe know it as Bombay, the home of Bollywood.
Yeah.
It's world famous glamour capital, if you like, of India. It's got so much crumbling colonial architecture from the days of the Raj. Maybe stroll along Marine Drive, this wonderful broad seafront promenade, and then you can maybe climb to the top of Malabar Hill and see these beautiful terrace gardens which overlook the Arabian Sea and the famous Towers of Silence. Go through to Crawford Market, where you'll see, taking back to the Victorian days, Rudyard Kipling's father's home, where Rudyard Kipling was actually brought up. Wow. And you'll see that home nearby. Definitely go and let your taxi driver take you to his mate's curry house. It'll be the best curry you've ever eaten. And go to Dobie Gap, where they do all their washing. All the big hotels, all the hospitals do their washing in stone basins. There's no automatic machines, it's stone basins. They live and work in this place, and it's absolutely incredible. I get so excited about it, I don't know what to say. But this is an amazing place. And of course, just experiencing the chance of driving in India, even though you're not behind the wheel, you're in the back, in itself is better than any roller coaster that a Western theme park can offer. It's a magical place. I've got to move on. Okay, so from Mumbai, we then got some more relaxing days at sea before you then go through to what I love to call Abu Dhabi Do. It's a great chance here for you to enjoy this fantastic resort made up of more than 200 islands, full of wonderful, spotlessly clean white sand beaches and this huge, soaring architecture. You've got the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque as well, which you're seeing here. One of the must-see things, the world's largest crystal chandelier and the biggest carpet, and it's free to visit. Some great beaches where you can go and relax, and go through to Ferrari World as well, the world's fastest roller coaster, 150 miles an hour for you to enjoy, or Water World, and excellent tax-free shopping and amazing weather. Again, this is a great chance to top up the town, to relax on the beaches, or stay on board the ship and relax on a sunbed. It's completely up to you. Then we're going through from there to Dubai. And again, this is another magical place, but your holiday's not over, because you're getting off for another 2-night stay. This is all included in a 4-star hotel in Dubai, in the middle of this desert where at one point nothing existed, and now everything's the biggest, the best, the greatest. You saw a picture there of the Jeep, and doing the Jeep 4x4 safaris is recommended. You can go sand surfing, you can go and see the horse racing, camel racing, there's even camel beauty contests, and some of them are real lookers. You get a chance to see things like Palm Island there. That's the Burj Al Arab, the world's only 7-star hotel with an underwater restaurant. You have to take a submarine down to it. It's incredible. You've got the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, with these amazing fountains built by the same people that did the Bellagio fountains, that have dancing shows to music. It's an incredible city. I've not even mentioned the shopping. I've not even mentioned the duty-free opportunities available to you. You cannot not have a good time in Dubai, and you've got 2 nights here in a 4-star hotel. Enjoy.
You know, I've never made it to Dubai. I'm looking at that thing, that is a dream holiday.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go through what's included, because we've got the price
What's
right.
not included? My word, look at this. I know, return flights from London Heathrow, Paul, you know, and again, we can provide you other flights, not just from Heathrow, so if you want to fly from your local airport, get in touch.
And if you want to make that trip longer or shorter, then again, that's what Planet Cruise can do for you. Think of them as your travel agent. Call the guys, 0800 840 1088, and they can take care of all of that for you. So whether you want a longer trip or a shorter trip, then that can be arranged for you. Your ID number for that one. I'm going to remind you right now to get a pen or get a pencil and piece of paper, because we're going to whiz through all of these ID numbers in a moment. This particular trip, if you want this one, this is the Singapore, the cruise Dubai, 79635 is your item number, your ID number. So let's take a moment right now to, well, do you want to do your shout-outs?
Is that
first?
okay? Yeah, I've been on Twitter, because again, if you follow us at Planet Cruise or at Beefy Keefy, we like to do shout-outs, and so these are people that have been tuning in and tweeting during the show. So a big hello to Luke Corden, a big hello to Paul Fawcett, also to Cruise Writer, I don't know your name, so let us know. Nikki McEwen, hello to you. We've got Zachary Cocker, hello. Bev Chapman, thanks for getting in touch. Patricia Rossi, fantastic name. Nick Tavender, who likes the Sapphire Princess, thanks for getting in touch, Nick. Karen Robinson, who left notes all over her house in order to remind herself to watch today's show. Thank you for your dedication. We appreciate it. Keep watching. We hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, that just lets you know that we really are live and interactive. And, of course, you can always call that team, ask them any questions you've got, and you can always get in touch with Keith directly if you wanted to. But call the team and we'll sort it out. Let's take a moment right now to recap everything we've done, because we've been through 6 cruises. And you might think, oh, which was the first one? The very first one was Thompson Cruises. Let's just remind you what you can get for your money. And again, write down the ID number. You'll have the opportunity to talk to the team. They'll know exactly which cruise you mean. Or, of course, you can go to the website, planetcruise.co.uk. The ID number for this is 84026. And this particular trip is available in May and June from £879 per person. Free upgrade from inside to outside. You've also got the opportunity to enjoy your flights to and from Bournemouth Airport. In this particular one, you've got flights out of the UK. And then you've got 7 nights all-inclusive stay in the 40 Club Sun City in the resort of Oludinez. And the beauty of this trip is it's all-inclusive for the 7 days on the cruise, and it's all-inclusive for the 7 nights in the hotel. And that does include tips and service on board as well. So that, for value for money, that is just phenomenal. I'm going to remind you the ID number of that, because it's just unbelievable. 84026. Then we moved on to our second trip, which was Royal Caribbean. This was on the Explorer of the Seas. Again, 15th of May. £599. I know some people have got to be shaking their heads going, I can't believe it. It's unbelievable value for money. You've got an upgrade to all-inclusive drinks and tips for just £149. So if you think about that, that's £750, and it's everything. It's all-inclusive. You can add night if you, say, coming from up north and you want to stay a night in Southampton. That can be organised for you from just £75 per person. That includes your parking whilst you're away on your trips. It's brilliant value for money. Book it today, and you just need a deposit of £50 per person. Then we move on to Princess Cruises. Again, there's a little space in my heart for this particular line, because it's the line I proposed my wife on. Price reduction here, exclusive to Planet Cruise. Return flights from London Gatwick, plus all overseas transfers. 2 tours are included, and these are 2 big tours. We're talking the Forbidden City, and we're talking the Great Wall of China. They are included. This is an exclusive price, so please don't miss out on it. And of course, if you wanted to, you don't have to, but if you wanted to, you can add on an extra 2 nights at the end in Hong Kong, or if you wanted to, add on an extra 5. And again, this is just showing you that Planet Cruise are bespoke. We're giving you the bones of the trip, and then you can add to it if you wish. We can take it exactly as we're sharing it with you this evening. Let's move on to P&O, the great British line that's been around now for more than 100 years. And of course, this is the maiden voyage to the fjords. If you'd like to try that, for me personally, the fjords is one of the greatest trips there is. It's absolutely stunning. You get a wonderful combination of lots of things to do, but literally sit on the open decks and enjoy the views. It's just wonderful. Some of you might like to do that with a glass of wine. I actually enjoy doing it with a hot chocolate and a little bit of brandy in there. Deposit only on this particular trip, so really consider that. It's so affordable, from £619 per person. And the itineraries do differ slightly depending on the departure date. But again, talk to the team and they'll confirm those for you. Your ID number on that one is 77712. Then we went to NCL, Norwegian Cruise Line. Fabulous line. This is the Norwegian Escape. And of course, the great thing about this is it's an exclusive price right now to Planet Cruise, so take advantage of that. You're going to get a free upgrade from an inside cabin to a balcony cabin. And of course, you've got onboard spend as well. But you must book it by Friday if you want to get that $50 onboard spend. Return flights from London Heathrow. And of course, it's the maiden voyage. So you're really going to enjoy this. We're talking about the